Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Lewis and Tunnel Show, Crisis on Infinity Streams. So happy to be joining you guys at 7 a.m. It's July 26, 2020 here in Tampa, Florida, sunny Tampa, Florida. I haven't done this show for quite a while. For those that do not know, and for those that do know, unfortunately, me and my family we tested positive for the COVID-19, and it's been a very, very, very hard month. I mean, very hard month. I spent 2 nights in the hospital. I'm type 2 diabetes and also have asthma as well. So that Tuesday, uh, when I went to the hospital. I didn't know that was COVID-19, but I was having symptoms. So when they, admitted me and they did the fast acting test, it came back positive. So on top of COVID-19, they also found pneumonia, also found pneumonia as well, which I'm still battling this bad cough. But I was not gonna miss this day. I think first of all I want to give a shout out to Andre who put this together. I was not gonna miss this day. You know, um, it was an honor of being invited and to see the list of all the YouTubers that I'm associated with. It's quite humbling. It's quite humbling. Um, it's just it's I mean where we came from 2017 to now, and what these ladies were able to put yesterday. And by the way, phenomenal job by Meg, Coul, and I forgot the other name, and I do apologize. But I forgot, that their person name. But however, you guys did a tremendous job. I know there were a lot of people expecting more of of I guess a trailer is what they're looking for. But for me, uh, the standpoint that you gave us a great show. The guests that you have on the panel, to me that was sufficient enough. Whether Zack brought a trailer or didn't really bring a trailer, I don't know why people's getting wrapped up on that. I mean, we got to hear Jay Oliva, the American Suicide Foundation, Ray Porter, Ray Fisher, and Zack Snyder. I mean, what more do you want? So the trailer will come at the right time, which Zach indicated is going to be a DC fandom. And so yesterday event was not any less. It was a tremendous job by you guys, ladies. I apologize, the ladies. You guys did a tremendous job, and hopefully this is something that we could do annually. Because this event is really by the fans for the fans, and the reason that we were able to get, or they were able to get those guests is for the fans. Yes, I'm doing okay. I'm getting better, much better. I'm still battling this nasty cough. I have an X-ray tomorrow. They think I still have some type of pneumonia, so that's why I'm not, I'm having this cough. So, but I do have a co-host who's going to help me navigate these 2 hours. I was speaking with him, throughout the week. I spoke to him last night. Cool dude, man, cool dude. And I appreciate him, hopping on and helping me navigate these 2 hours. So he's going to be my co-host. It's 50-50, my co-host. So I appreciate his help, and also, I mean, if the role was reversed and he was having a show, and Andre came to him about me, I would have loved him to say yes, because this is a dream come true. Any YouTuber, wants to be a part of this event. And I'm going to address Daniel RPK, but I'm going to do that with my co-host. Um, so without further ado, Anthony, what's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
What's good, man? Nice introduction, dog. How you feeling this morning?
Feeling okay. Just took one of my medicines, so um, but I'm having my cup of coffee, man. I need my cup of coffee.
I feel you. I don't drink coffee, but yeah,
Yeah,
whatever gets you going. I've been up for quite some time. Working out and stuff this morning, so and then start drinking water.
yeah. Yeah. So tell me, what did you think about yesterday's event? Because for me, I think these ladies did a tremendous job. They organized it perfectly, and I'm really impressed. I mean, this is their first time, I believe, them doing something like this. So for them being the first time and the way it came out, it's just a testament to them how much the hard work that they put into this event, and they're only going to get better because if they was this good the first time, can you imagine the second and third or fourth time?
Yeah, um, I love those girls, man. They're they got a special place here with me. Yeah, Nana and Coul and Meg. I mean, I don't know. I can go on for days about what they did yesterday and what they were able to accomplish. Um, it was tremendous, man, and we will all be, especially. I mean, even if this is the only one that ever happens, we will all be just thankful forever for it. But if it keeps going and it gets bigger and bigger every year, then it's they did a great job. I I know how nervous they were before it started to for everything to get going and hoping that it goes off without a hitch, and it did go off without a hitch. But if you didn't know, if you hadn't been told by any of them that they were nervous, you wouldn't have been able to tell by watching the actual panels because it was fire, man. So yeah, shouts out to them. Yesterday was great.
Yeah, it was. I was really impressed, and I know people. Obvious. To get prepared for the show, we have to read. What's being said on Twitter, and I don't know why people are so. I mean, y- they didn't have any control whether Zack brought a trailer or not,
No,
and even if he didn't bring that clip, what they did yesterday to me was sufficient enough. I mean, look at some of the guests that they were able to have. I mean, they were able to get Ray Porter,
hmm
Ray Fisher, Zack Snyder, Jay Oliva, the American Suicide Foundation. I mean, that alone does not need a trailer.
no,
So and so I'm not I'm not one of these people who's hell bent on the trailer. We're gonna get the trailer when we get it. Now, obviously, Zach indicated that we're probably gonna get it in DC fandom.
yep,
He indicated that, and it also can be contractually. Zach couldn't give a trailer. I mean, we don't know the ins and the outs, and I just wish people would just enjoy the event. And regardless if I was invited to this stream or not stream, I was very happy with yesterday's event. So, is there anything particular that you learned? Yes, Sandy, it was awesome, man. It was, and the general consensus from from what I'm seeing, most people loved it. So, what did you learn yesterday that you didn't know before?
uh first of all, did people get mad about no trailer and stuff? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say to you people. It was fire. Like you said it perfectly. We could have gotten zero footage, no new T-shirt to get, and I still would have been 1 gazillion% satisfied with that entire thing. So, yeah, it. People want. I mean, they were in the comments on the actual panel with Zack saying, "Can we get another clip?" Like, bro, y'all already got something fire just then. The black suit, like, leave it alone. we'll get more soon. And he did. Yes, he did say that DC fandom is probably good. And I'm sure he, here's the thing. Zack agreed to do Justice Con with, he just agreed to do it. Like, he didn't promise a thing. And so what you got to realize is, like, him agreeing to do that, he probably had to go to somebody and say, look, I want to give them something for to thank the fans for all we've done for the movement or whatever. And they probably, he probably had to ask somebody, can I just show him this little thing? Because, DC's controlling the fandom thing. I'm pretty sure that's their heavy hitter for that entire 24-hour stream. You know what I'm saying? Is Zack Snyder. Because right now he is bigger than, I think he's probably bigger than he was before BVS came out. So I'm sure that he had to ask somebody to just give us the 20 seconds, right? So I'm thankful for that. I would have been thankful for it regardless of whether we got anything. But as far as what I learned, I learned first of all, when they asked Zack Snyder about some footage that is not his being some footage that's not his being in Justice League. And when he clapped hard. He was like, there will be no footage that I did not film in this movie. And so I thought that was fire right there. Like that just, it kind of sent chills down my spine, to be honest.
Yeah, man. It was that to me, that was a classic Zack Snyder. Very, very classic, guys. And guys, I wanna excuse you guys in advance. Like I said in the beginning of the show, I'm still battling this cough. So that's why I'm very grateful that Andre invited you, Anthony, to help me here. I mean, I couldn't do it all alone. I could not do it alone. So yeah, and it looks like, dude, it looks like we're gonna make an unbeatable team. It looks like we're gonna be doing this more in the future, man. So you just don't know. Are you familiar with New York sports talk?
You say it again?
Are you familiar with New York sports talk?
New York sports talk?
Yeah.
No,
There's there was a duo called Mike and the Mad Dog that started in 1989. They're the one that revolutionized the sports talk. As a matter of fact, they were the first sports casters to do a show in the Super Bowl event. So why do I ask that? Because that was a unique team that they put them together, and they didn't know that was going to last 19 years, and it became the number one rated sports talk show in America. So these two click. So hopefully we could do something similar to that. We never know. But
hey, man. Yeah, hey, the possibilities are endless, dude. I mean, we already have we're clicking. So
absolutely. So besides what obviously it was classic, what Zack said regarding and I think any director who takes pride in their work. I mean, why would you include somebody else's footage in your movie? You're basically saying you're not good enough, like you don't believe in your work.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So any director, any good director will give the same. Well, I shouldn't say the same answer, but because Zack he just tore down the roof. Like he said, listen, I'd rather give you guys nothing.
I'd rather set this thing on fire than that's what got me. Like, you're right. Any director would be like that, but not the way he put it. It was
no.
Look, I was watching the stream last night. The VOD, or I guess it was Dave Pena's show. Scott on there put it very perfectly. He said that he can't say stuff like that at DC Fandom. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll be able to say some stuff, but he's not going to be able to talk as candidly as he was with Justice Con, just because you just can't do that. I guess it's a more professional environment. Not to say that Justice Con's not professional, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just it's more free. I can go back to Jay's panel.
What kids is gonna be watching there? Remember, it's more Warner Brothers, the studios, HBO Max, AT&T, they're in charge. so they're promoted it. Obviously, you're gonna have a lot of kids, so they're not going to. Well, at least with Zack, is not gonna be swearing as much.
Yeah,
Now, I know Ben Affleck was swearing a couple of times on San Diego Comic Con.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, I
yeah,
think, yeah. Once they get to Hall H, I think they've especially like when a couple years ago when Deadpool's panel on there, yeah, that was I think they tell them that there are kids in the audience, but it's it
right.
is what it is. They'll but yeah, no, Justice Con or not Justice Con, but DC fandom is going to be totally there's no, you're not going to find that level of being free with your words. I remember when Jay was on yesterday and he cussed and they were like, "Oh no, you can swear on here." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I could see him skirting around cursing like the entire panel, and then finally he just went with it. But yeah, it'd be Zack will not be able to get he there's no way he would have been able to say stuff like, "I will legit I would rather burn this thing to the ground to the fucking ground rather than let somebody else's footage be in there." So yeah, it's that's another thing. I mean, if Justice Con keeps going and we have one every year, that'll be like a place where these creators, directors, actors, whatever, can come and legitimately just be free with what they say, what they do, or whatever, because that's what you know what I'm saying. That's what this kind of this type of convention like allows them to do.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm getting a text from my kid.
No, you're good. You good. You good.
Yeah. Um, what I want to do right now is I want to let's since this is the first time that me and you has interacted.
Mhm.
Let's go back from the beginning. When you first saw, because from my understanding, you're a big Superman fan.
Yeah.
He's your favorite DC character.
Mhm.
Tell me, what is it about the Superman character that makes him your favorite character?
Uh, yeah, man. It's just I could say things like hope, optimism, and stuff like that, but really, it's just it's the dude is not from here. You know what I'm saying? And he's been sent here beyond his control to our planet, and he is he's been raised by like Earthlings with all of this power and these things, and it's like it's hard to find like a it's it's so yeah, he's been raised by people from here. He's been raised by us basically to a point where now he's all this power. He's been raised by Earthlings. He's here to defend us, but there's that's why Man of Steel is so he can't be the Boy Scout all the time. You just can't. It's impossible. It's you know what I mean? And to I like the idea that he has conflict in his head the same way any of us do about anything. You know what I mean? Even something as simple as, you know, I see, some guy going off on his girlfriend. Do I interject? Do I step in or whatever? Like that's what he deals with, but it's on a more magnified scale. And that's why he is like beyond all the stories. The death of Superman stuff was fire. He is the one symbol, like as soon as I hear the word comic book, I see the S. You know what I'm saying? And so that's he's just a guy to me, man. I don't know. It's hard for me to put into words just because he's, I like him so much, man.
Right. For me, the reason he's my favorite character. I'm not sure whether you know this about me. I know some of the audience does. I'm a Christian,
Mhm.
so I happen to be a minister, a minister in church.
Okay.
Uh, so it's more. I'm not sure whether you know the story of Christ, how the Father sent His only begotten Son to the world to save the world. Obviously, if you know the story of Superman, what did
Mhm.
Joel do? He sent his only begotten son to the world to save the world.
Yeah.
Jesus was rejected by 50% of the population. Superman and Zack Snyder is rejected by what? 50%
Half and half, man.
Of the population. And it's so the story of Superman. If you read the how he was created, it has a lot of symbolic. And if you look at Zack Snyder's Superman, he makes a lot of reference of the crucifix, the church, in the Man of Steel. So I think that's a way of Zack Snyder humanizing Clark and Superman to make him feel like a Christ-like.
Yeah.
Because although Christ came down, although I believe, he's the Son of God. The scriptures, we read the scriptures, makes him human. Jesus, he was hungry. He felt pain. He felt compassion. That's what Superman has. He
Yeah.
has compassion for the people. He loves the people. He denies himself for the people. So that's why I like Superman. Obviously, the Batman portion. The reason I like Batman is because of the dark side of us men. It's
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
and
feel you, man.
yeah, and Batman, he doesn't have to play this choir boy. That's why it shakes my head, and I scratch my head when I hear people say, "Well, Batman doesn't kill." I mean, really? I mean, what comic book have you been reading? Because he has killed in the comic books.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and if you look at the adaptation of the comic books from when it first came out, it always adapts to the time.
Mm-hmm.
If you read the comic books, if you are truly a comic book fan
Yep.
from the beginning, when the comic book was written, it was written to its time. So when people were saying that they wanted Superman to save more people, I mean, what movie did you watch in Man of Steel? He saved humanity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, I don't know I don't know how many people's living here on Earth. He saved humanity. I mean, I could, and this is just Man of Steel alone. We could go it one by one. Well, I didn't like him not saving his father. And he's I said, and I'm saying to myself, then you don't understand the relationship that Clark had with his dad,
no.
Jonathan, because Jonathan raised Clark to respect him. And if you see the Man of Steel, uh, Clark respected Jonathan's word.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and he even explained that to Lois Lane.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
it's plain and simple. He said my dad believed that the world wasn't ready for me yet. You know what I mean? So that's yeah.
yeah,
You know,
and if you look at, and again, this is why I say, that's why I like Superman. You read the scriptures. That's why Jesus didn't reveal himself to the world till he was 30,
mhm.
because the world wasn't ready for him before that.
Yeah.
So it's just a so when you saw the Man of Steel trailer, when you first saw it, I think it was 2012. As a matter of fact, the first trailer was released officially July 20th. Now, why July 20th? What happened July 20th? That was the day that the Dark Knight Rise was
Yeah.
released. So when you first saw that trailer, what came to your mind?
Uh, well, I had actually seen. I'm trying to. Was it the year before? You see, back then, whenever they had Comic Con panels and
Yeah.
trailers were shown, the only way you saw those trailers was somebody's cell phone. Like they didn't do like they do now, where they'll release a trailer at Comic Con and then they'll immediately release it on YouTube or whatever. So like the very first one I saw looked like crap. Somebody had filmed it. It was the one that had the Hans Zimmer, like the Thin Red Line score to it, and
Okay.
it's basically the same thing that they showed before the Dark Knight Rises. It was just really short, and it had the one shot of Superman breaking the sound barrier, flying up or whatever, like on first flight. But when I first saw it, it almost to be legitimate, it makes you emotional because it's just like, okay, because but when Man of Steel came out, I wasn't really reading Superman at the time because to me, Superman had become the way he was in the comics was kind of stale. It's the same stuff, right? I saw that and I thought, okay, there's a scene of him where he's sitting on the steps. He's got a beard. There's a dog, and he looks as though he's traveling at some point. He's hitchhiking. That is Superman modernized to a point where, like, okay, so this, if Superman existed right now, that would be, he's trying to find his place in this world. And I could see the hitchhiking or, you know, the stuff where they showed him on the, you know, the fishing boat or whatever. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw it and I thought, oh my God, somebody is finding, because, you know, Superman Returns, I like Superman Returns personally. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it is still the good old Boy Scout Superman, basically, right? It had a couple fire scenes in it, but like when I saw the Man of Steel, the very first trailer, I thought, you know what, dude, this is Superman. Like if he existed in our world, like this is what we would see from that. So, yeah, I just had feelings of, oh my God, somebody is finally like taking it. They're taking the character and moving him forward in a way that I think he needed to be at the time.
Yeah, Simon says you said something very interesting. You know, because when people tell me they want him to be a poster boy, basically want Superman to save a cat. You know what I tell them? He did save a lot of cats. He saved a lot of cats. He saved a lot of dogs. He saved a lot of animals. And they asked me where. Was it towards the end of the movie when he did, when he stopped that? When he saved humanity, he saved all animals. I mean, open up your eyes, people. I mean,
Yeah.
really. I mean, you know, and so this is why I now if you want Zack Snyder to put it, he saved a cat, then to me, my opinion, you're also slapping the face of Christopher Reeves because that was his vision, that was his time.
Yeah.
And I get why people still want Superman to be the car because they relate. They still relate to Christopher Reeve Superman, and it's a testament to Christopher Reeves. It's a testament to him that he did a tremendous job as Superman. And to me, no matter what, he will always be one or two. And if anyone that says that he's better than Henry Cavill, that's an argument that you can't you can't you I can't call you wrong. If someone says that they like Christopher Reeves is the best Superman, that's not a slap of face of Henry Cavill because he is still regarded. You know, there's the same thing with Michael Keaton. So it's just a testament to that. But that was in the 70s, and the issues that we had in the 70s we didn't have it is different from the 2000 and 20s when it was Superman was released. In the 70s, immigration was not an issue. Now is an issue. Right? So now why do I say immigration? Because if you look at BVS, people were calling Superman an alien. He was rejected. He was not of here. So Zack, intelligent wise, he took what was going on back in 2013, 2014, and implemented in BVS. So, but going back to Man of Steel, it took me 2 or 3 times to watch the movie to really understand the concept. Because to be honest, when I first saw Man of Steel, I loved everything from it except for towards the end when I saw Superman snap Zod's neck.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that Superman killed Zod because in Christopher Reeve Superman 2, he took Zod, and a lot of people say no, he didn't kill us. So listen, he didn't have the power. Use your noodle. If Superman's throwing him across the wall and he falls down, there's no people that's gonna survive that. So it wasn't the fact that Superman killed. It was the way he did it. Okay, that I had a problem in the beginning. But then when I watched it the second time and I watched it the third time, and I said, you know what? He had no other choice to do it that way because Zod told him he's either dumb
or me.
or me.
Yeah.
So if I'm Superman That's the only way I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
That's the only way gonna kill him. So, so when I first saw that, it really, it took me aback, and then it took me to the second and third time to watch that. What was your thought when you first saw that?
Uh, I was, at the, especially when you're in the moment, because here's when Man of Steel came out, I saw the premiere. Well, I was stationed in Texas at the time. They didn't have the Thursday night thing like they do now, but they had like, so Friday night first showing. I mean, like me and my son, a good friend of mine, we're in there watching it, and it came out 2 days before Father's Day. I'll never forget it because me and my son went back and saw it again on Father's Day. He actually, that was his gift to me, was he was, I can't remember how old he was at the time, but he bought my ticket to see it again. But I remember being in the moment thinking, like, right after he snapped his neck, I thought, well, there was no other choice. And then and then like afterwards, hearing people talk about it, they were talking about Superman killing. I was like, well, what was he supposed to do? And
Yeah.
I love the argument whenever somebody talks about it online, and then somebody questions, they'll comment, well, what was he supposed to do? I'll wait for the answer. Like, there's no other choice,
Mhm.
And like you said, Zod gave it to him. It's either they all die or I die. But I'm not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop.
Yeah.
So it's either them or me. And so that's what I'm saying, man. That's why it's so, Man of Steel is so good in that regard that it let me make you question what let me make you're going to question what Superman has meant to you up until this point, because you know what I'm saying. It's like, let me make you think about it, instead of like, and I'll go back to it again. Superman Returns, it was just basically the Boy Scout Superman again,
Yeah, but there
and
was no here's the thing though with Superman Returns, there was no General Zod there.
no,
You see what I'm saying? So if it would have been Lex Luthor, when I mean Lex Luthor, talking about Jesse.
mm-hmm.
If Zack Snyder would have made a movie with Lex Luthor, obviously Superman would not kill because he could overtake Superman and Lex Luthor, and he could overpower him
Yeah,
and still keep him alive.
mm-hmm.
With General Zod, that's his own people,
Yeah,
and he had his power, so he had no other choice. With Lex Luthor, he has a choice because he
mm-hmm.
could stop Lex Luthor 1, 2, 3. He doesn't have to kill Lex Luthor. General Zod. Now think about this: the pain that Superman had to go through, that he's killing his own blood.
The
He's
last,
the last, the last
mm-hmm.
of his race, and you see it, his emotion after he killed him. Like, he cries, he screams in agony,
Yeah,
like, I didn't want to have to do this. Why you made me do it? And he's in pain because it's like, I'm Puerto Rican, okay?
mm-hmm.
Um, and I give you an example. When Hurricane Harvey hit Texas, my heart broke.
Yeah,
My heart broke for those people. But when Hurricane hit Puerto Rico, not only did my heart hurt, but I cried with Harvey, but I cried in agony because it was my people, my
mm-hmm.
race that was
Yeah,
suffering. It's something, I'm not sure if you get what I'm
yeah.
saying.
I got you.
So that's what Clark, or that's what Superman was going through. When he saw, that he was put in that position and he was in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and now, to me, I'm glad Zach put that there, because if Superman just would have killed him and not shown any emotions, then I'd be like, okay, now that's a little bit different. But I'm glad Zach was able to put that into that concept, that Superman was in agony and pain because he didn't want to kill Zod, and he had to choose between the humans and his race, and he chose us over his race.
Yeah,
But he realized that that was the last of his kind. It's just it showed his pain.
yeah,
Uh, so now, like I said, it took me watching it 2 or 3 times to really, because that movie is real deep. real
Oh
deep.
yeah.
So
There's many layers, many layers.
so it took me 2 or 3 times to watch it to fully understand why he did that, and then I accepted that he had no other choice to do it.
No.
No other choice to do it. Now, what was your reaction when you saw the trailer of BVS? Uh,
Yeah, BBS is yeah. So the first thing obviously was there was a small, I can't remember what year was it. It was
14.
2000,
14 was 14.
yeah.
San Diego Comic Con. Yeah.
Yeah, well, but a couple of months before that, the Do You Bleed? Well, the small, the very little one with the with
No. The San Diego Comic Con came first. I promise you. 2000,
okay,
2014. Do You Bleed came out in March. I want to say February or March of 15. I will
okay,
never forget. I will never forget it. And the only reason I know that is because I was promoting my job in December 2018. I
hmm
was promoted. San Diego Comic Con already had happened in that July. So when I got promoted, me and a bunch of my coworkers, we were talking about BVS and all that stuff. So when the actually trailer came out, it was the first one.
okay,
The first one. If you look at the first trailer, that's what you're gonna see at the end. He says, "Do you bleed?" And Superman comes down. It was just awesome. But
yeah,
I'm referring to the San Diego Comic Con trailer
yeah.
when you
That was and I had to work that day too. And I remember
yeah.
like stop everything, phone out, let's go. Like see, that's when they started doing it because the year was it. I'm trying to go back because it when I think they started doing it with the Suicide Squad trailer, which was they started releasing it online right after it showed at Comic Con because the bad quality versions were getting out there. So when I saw, I was keeping up with the panel as much as I could, but then I saw a YouTube thing popped up and it said, Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice first official trailer. I was like, wait a minute, they released it, and that trailer will go down in history. I think that's probably the most fire trailer I've ever seen in my life. It is
A correction. A correction. It was 2013.
2013.
Yes, because I'm looking at it right now. Batman versus San Diego Comic Con 2013, and it was right because if you remember, BBS was scheduled to be released in 15 first.
Mm-hmm.
2015. It was scheduled to be released in 2015. Then they moved it up to March of 2016. So
Yeah.
the trailer I'm referring to is San Diego Comic Con 2013. That's
Oh, you talking about when they brought Harry Lennox out there?
yes.
Yes, that was that when I and again I saw it on cell phone footage because they didn't release that kind of stuff.
No.
All I saw was Batman to be in the next Superman movie, and I was like, wait a minute, what? So I went to YouTube, obviously found the footage, and Zack comes out there and talks, and then he brings Harry Lennox out because he's
Mhm.
Harry Lennox is he says he's had a better voice than me, so he brings him out there, and he as soon as he spoke the first couple of words when he
Yeah.
said, "I want you, Clark,"
To
I said,
remember.
yo, that is the Dark Knight Returns. Like
Uh-huh.
immediately, as soon as I heard those words, I was like, it sent chills. Like I'm getting them right now just thinking about it. I said, that's the Dark Knight Returns. What is going on right now? You know what I'm saying? So obviously he shows the thing, the Superman emblem comes up, and then the Batman symbol back behind it. And the rest is that I jumped up and I was like, yo. And at that time, we didn't know who was playing Batman. We didn't know, we didn't know anything. We just knew that Henry Cavill was returning as Superman. Zack Snyder was doing another movie. And beyond that, that I can watch that clip for days. I want you, Clark. And
To
all
remember. And
to
all the
remember.
years to come.
And he pulled his glasses off because I guess he didn't need to read it. It's just an iconic, man. I love it, man.
Right. So, and guys, what I'm doing is I'm leading up from the Man of Steel all the way to Zack Snyder's Justice League. So, and obviously we're gonna sprinkle in rumors and and so forth. So, um, so when I first saw that trailer, I was pumped. Now, At the time, like you said, there was there was no streaming, there was no at least that I know of someone
Nah,
I was not aware of any YouTubes. So I was looking every 3 or 4 hours to find out who was going to play Batman. And I remember there was a rumor at the time, not me, but on the internet rumor that I saw that it said Warner Brothers offered Christian Bale $50 million to return as the Batman. I'm saying, wow, so that would be kind of cool. And you just don't know whether that's that story is true or not. I Christian Bale way down the road debunked that, and they asked him if they would have offered him that, would he would have returned. He said he would strongly consider it. So
mhm.
that's that was something. But when the official announcement that came that Ben Affleck was playing Batman, to be honest, I didn't like the casting at first.
Uh,
Honestly, in the beginning, I'm like Ben Affleck because in my mind, I was thinking about Daredevil and like
yeah, that
right. So how bad he did there. So I was one of the many uh,
mhm.
that didn't like the casting. What was your thought when he was cast?
I was pretty, I'd say indifferent. I mean, I wasn't like no, like you know what I mean. But I was also like, well, let's just wait and see because there is Daredevil, but like by this point in time, I had seen this, like the town, like I had seen him. I guess you could say just grow as an actor. So I thought, you know what, this could be something. Let's see what Zack does because at that point in time, you already have you have Watchmen, Man of Steel, Dawn of you have movies from Zack to where 300 where you could say, okay, I've seen him take material that's somebody else's and turn it into gold. So let's wait and see. Now I wasn't 100% hell yeah Ben Affleck, but I also I said let's see what they do here because Zack, I thought he probably wouldn't have chose Ben if there was some kind of significant reason. And of course, I mean we've seen the result of it. It's fire, but like at the time, the same with which with I don't know what your thoughts are on the Gal when they cast Gal. Like I knew why, tall, beautiful. She at the time you're just thinking like I was thinking like in my mind when I thought, okay, if Wonder Woman's going to be in this and they're going to cast her, there's going to be like a Gina Carano or somebody like that that's like, you know what I mean, like a I guess you could just say tougher looking um actress or whatever. um
I'm
so
gonna
what
give you I'm gonna give you my thought on Gal Gadot, but going back to just to finish off on Ben Affleck,
mhm.
um, the performance he put on BVS when I saw it, he won me over, and I said, "Oh my God, he is so tall, and here's the thing, intimidating."
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Affleck is 66'4",
Mhm.
and Ben Affleck was the first Batman that actually put fear in people. Christian Bale didn't put fear in people. It was actually the symbol. If you watch the Chris Nolan trilogy, that Batman didn't put fear in people. It was the symbol
Yeah.
that put people that gave people notice. But the actual Batman, when I saw Ben Affleck and that warehouse fight scene, to me stamped how fearful of the Batman was or is. That he was that tall, that intimidating, and not only that, the fight scene that he knows how to move his hands, he knew how to move his head. It just wasn't a punch. The athletic that he shows. I mean, to me, he not only won me. I know he won a lot of fans over with that performance that he gave. Now, the casting of Gakuda, and I remember when she was cast. If you remember, the downfall of what people were saying is that Gal didn't have big boobs, and
Yeah.
Wonder Woman she had big boobs.
Hmm.
Uh, and to me, I was not looking. I was not looking at that.
Yeah.
I was very happy when I first saw Gal Gadot. Like you said, tall, beautiful, gorgeous,
Hmm.
just like Linda Carter. And I thought I was the reason that I thought that was because honestly, us guys sometimes we get intimidated by who? By women who are beautiful, who are successful. Just be honest. A
Yeah.
lot of men get intimidated by that. Okay, or there are also a lot of men that takes for granted or don't take seriously a tall, attractive woman. They think like, well, she don't know how to do. She doesn't know how to defend herself.
Hmm.
So with Gal Gadot, you have this beautiful woman, and she basically saying, she told Bruce Wayne, she told BBS, in other words, hey boy, just because I'm beautiful,
Yeah.
you never seen a woman like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's telling that's telling the Bruce Wayne. Oh, you in for a big surprise.
Yeah.
Don't let my beautiful looks deceive you. Uh, and it testified how Zack knows how to cast character.
Yeah.
He has a talent, and to me, he cast the perfect Wonder Woman.
Yeah. She is. Yeah, but like I said at the time, with the initial casting, I was like, I thought it would be somebody differently. But like I said with Ben, like this guy picks these people. He picks his actors and actresses for a reason. So let's wait and see what he does with her as well. And obviously, what we got was a the greatest superhero entrance in a movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, yes, yes.
And damn,
She has Wonder Woman has the honor that not only she has the greatest superhero hero interest, but look who she's saving.
yes,
The Batman,
yes,
the Dark
yes.
Knight. A woman saves a man.
Hmm.
And in reality, at least with me, the only reason I'm successful is because there's a saying: behind every successful man, there's always a successful woman.
Yeah, you're right.
So that is strong. I mean, it's just I can't say enough, but uh, that entrance right there, because if you compare Josh Whedon's Wonder Woman and Zack Snyder's Wonder Woman, Zack Snyder Wonder Woman testifies strength, power,
Yeah,
courage, everything that a woman is. Courageous, power. Us, man, we couldn't even carry a baby for 9 months. So my gosh, and
yeah,
and more organized. I mean, his Wonder Woman typified what a woman really is. Josh Whedon's was more of a sex appeal, which is kind of
yeah,
and it's not surprising what all that stuff is coming out. So I don't get the part where people bash Zack Snyder, say that he doesn't bring up women. If you compare his Wonder Woman and Josh Whedon's woman, there's no comparison, no comparison. And Jack tells us that it's Wonder Woman that killed Steppenwolf. Think about that.
yeah.
Not a man, Wonder Woman.
Hmm.
Wonder Woman. Which, if you read the comics, Wonder Woman is a god. Wonder Woman, it's strength.
Yeah,
So
it is.
it was pretty awesome. Now, when you first saw Justice League, what came to your mind? Oh, did you see Justice League when it first came out?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I saw it. I saw it twice opening weekend. I had tickets already purchased for like two showings. The first night I saw it, and this is pretty much the consensus as far as us in this movement for Snyder or whatever, like getting his cut released. You wanted it to be good so bad that when the first time you saw it, like I actually thought it was good, and then a couple days later, I saw it again, and I thought, some of this is kind of silly. You know what I mean? There's some of this is kind of, off. Especially like right there at the beginning with the kids with the cell phone, and Henry there with they took the mustache off and stuff. Uh, but yeah, it was started to notice some things, and then of course, I mean, if you're on social media in any capacity, people brought to your attention these things, and you're like, wait a minute, you know what? Like, why would Zack Snyder's Batman say, oh yes, there's definitely something bleeding? It's just, what I'm saying? There's just a lot of silly stuff in there.
See, Batman is not meant to tell jokes.
No.
He's not meant to. I could see Superman saying a one-liner joke because it's obvious it's Superman. The Flash, uh, Aquawoman is not meant to tell jokes. Cyborg is not meant to tell jokes. Aquaman. Now, the only reason he could say one-liners because they have the perfect character. They have the perfect person.
Yeah.
So, but obviously, the Flash, he could go either way. If you want to make him goofy, you can. If you want to make him dark, you can. So he's a character that you could do both. You could make it dark, but say a lot of one-liner jokes, but it's not comedy centric. So I knew right away, just the score itself. I knew it wasn't a Zack Snyder a movie. It took me a while to watch it, and then when I finally watched it, I just knew it's not Zack Snyder's work. It's not. It wasn't his work. And some of the stuff that I heard, what happened with Ben Affleck, and his Batman, how Jeff Johns went behind his back and changed the script on him. Um, you know, uh, and then going back. Now, Zach said that he uh, stepped away. I think he's being nice.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he stepped away. I think he was let go. Now, why do I say that? Because Zack Snyder, if he truly stepped away, then he would have appointed his person to finish it. Think about that. He said yesterday it wasn't his choice to appoint Joss Whedon. Number two, Zack Snyder is not a quitter.
No.
He's not a quitter. When he starts something, he finishes it. So I think he's being very nice, not throwing the whole Warner Brothers under the bus. But he was let go. He was let go, and the reason he was let go because of all the backlash of BVS that he took, and he had to compromise a lot. But my opinion, obviously I don't have actual fact, but I'm just thinking logically here. You're a married man, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if you're directing, right, and the studio fire you, but your wife is still attached to the project, if they change in your movie, you don't think your wife is going to tell you?
Oh yeah. No. Yeah. She's gonna tell me everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Zach knew what they were doing to his movie. And if you look at, there was an argument between him and Berg in October on the runtime of the movie. Zach was already telling us that his movie was compromised.
Yeah.
Um, and I did a video on that. So I already knew when Justice League came out of the movie that something already had happened. I just didn't know the extent of it. And it was something when I saw it, I'm like, that's why it took me a while to watch it, but when I finally saw it, I was like, this is not Zack Snyder movie. So for me, the reason I got into the movement, obviously it was a little bit late, but it was more of what they did to Zach. As a suicide survivor myself, as a father of two, I cannot imagine the pain that Zach went through.
Yeah.
Cannot imagine the pain that he went through. And for the studio to use his daughter death as a way of to get rid of Zach and to have someone change his movie, to me was a coward thing to do. If you want to go different directions, let the man finish his vision and you start new. You don't hire a director to do a movie, give him permission, and then trash his movie. You don't do that. Have some courage. Have some courage.
Yeah.
Um, we understand it's a business. We I find we at least us common sense fans understand it's a business. If you wanted to move on from Zack Snyder, you should let him finish his Justice League and move on. But
Yeah.
what they did is that they created a platform for us uh, to let our voices heard, and hopefully, it's a learning lesson to the studios. You know, uh, this when you let a director make a movie, you negotiate before. You told her, hey director, this is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
X, Y, Z. Can you do that? Yes. And you leave it up to the director. The director already knows the parameter. Or if you tell the director, hey, you do what you want, you create any movie that you want, then you're the one that told him that. You just don't change up on him. So I think this movement it put a lot of stock now. It gave the directors back the power for them to make their movie. So what are you looking for? And Zach kind of hinted yesterday that it's going to be a series.
Yeah.
Did you take it that way?
Yeah, pretty much. He almost said a few things that made me take it. Yeah, that it's probably going to be, which I'm in any format. I mean, obviously, I probably would like to, because I have no problem watching a 5-hour movie. That's just me. I mean, I don't know how anybody else feels, but if it's a series, hey, we're gonna take it anyway. If anybody complains about either format, you're not really wanting the material. So, yeah. But to
And
go.
and and Zach and Anthony, Zach basically said, regardless if you listen to what he said, regardless if it's a movie or series, when a DB comes out, it's going to be in a movie format.
Yeah. Yeah.
He basically said it. So, and if it's a 5-hour movie, 5 episodes, you're getting 1 hour each. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fire. Like, dude, what more can you ask for something? We've been out here for this thing for 2.5, almost 3 years, and so yeah, whatever format is, it's it's fine. But yeah, but to go back to what you were saying previously, just a little bit, you know, the the honorable thing to do would have been, Zach, go ahead and take whatever time you need. The movie will be here when you get back so that you can finish it. Instead of, no, this definitely hasn't come out November 17th, 2017. So, we're going to finish it with or without you. Like, if you need time, step away. We're going to go ahead and shoot somebody in here to screw your work up. So yeah, that's, like I
I don't.
just,
Honestly, Anthony, I don't think that's the way it happened. To be honest with you, the little that I know, the, the little that I know, when Zach finished filming and
mhm.
he showed them the cut, they didn't like it.
Oh no. Yeah, I know that they
And
didn't.
they,
Nah.
and they told him to change it up, and he did not want to do it. He was let go, and they used his daughter's tragedy as this. And again, I could be wrong, but I'm just putting one on one. I'm just putting
Mhm.
me knowing little about Zach. He's not a quitter. And if he truly stepped down, then he would have appointed his guy to come and finish. Like, for example, Jay Oliva, he would have said, "Oh, I want Jay Oliva to finish because Jay Oliva was there," or another
Yeah.
director that worked with him, or even Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan is executive producer. Hey, let Christopher Nolan finish it up. He had no say in it. So if he had no say in it, that means that he really didn't step down, because there is no way that Zach would step down and let somebody else that he doesn't he never work with,
Oh,
doesn't trust.
I'm not
Let
saying I'm not saying he let them, but that's a tragedy that I'm sure he said, look, I need some, besides the fact they didn't like the cut or whatever. I'm sure at some point he was like, look, I need some time. And they were probably like, ooh, this is the perfect opportunity
Okay.
to, you know what I mean? That's just what I think. But
Okay, you could be right, because
yeah.
nobody actually knows
Mhm.
exactly what happened. So obviously, I cannot tell you your that's your opinion, and it makes logic sense.
Mhm.
So we we don't know what happened. But regardless, excuse me, guys. Um, regardless of what took place, what are you most looking forward towards in Zack Snyder's Justice League?
Uh, that's a big one, man. We've already gotten the black suits, so you know what I'm saying. That there's a. I was when Dave was on the show on my show earlier this week, we talked about the one scene where they're all standing there at the end of the Justice League, and everybody's smiling, and it's. But we saw in Zack's first Justice League trailer that same exact thing. Nobody's smiling except the Flash, because that's his character in there. And so that I want to see that. I want to see his like version of them standing there. I don't know if that's at the end of his movie, but I just want to see that. That's one of the big things I'm looking forward to. And obviously, wonder. I mean, I want to see Zack use gods to kill gods. You know what I'm saying?
Logic sense.
Yeah.
Logic sense. I mean, why? How can now? If anybody, if obviously, if anybody could kill, if a human could kill a god, the only one is Batman. Obvious because of of his intelligence. He's probably the only one that could pull it off. But you're right. Only a god could truly kill another god. I
Yeah.
mean, and it's either had to be Superman. Well, as a matter of fact, all of them are kind of gods. If you look at the Justice League, except for Batman, if you look at it, they're all meta meta human. Now, before we get into as far as what else we want to see in Justice League, I do want to address because at this time, at the 8 o'clock hour, guys, I was scheduled to have Daniel RPK with me. He agreed to come on. Unfortunately, he ghosted me after he agreed to come on. That was very shady of you, Daniel. The, you don't tell someone, and just to be transparent, I asked Daniel RPK, because when I first asked him, he said he's a private person. He wanted to think about it. Then I came back to him and said, hey, you planning to come on? And if you are planning to come on, can I promote you? And he said, if I want. You don't tell someone to promote appear and not show up. That is gutless. That is classless. That is wrong. And I don't know what you must have a big ego for you to do that. So I hope you're proud of yourself. And I'm having a great show right now. But I want everybody to know, don't trust Daniel. What you did was absolutely, basically speak value of your character, Daniel, which it's this low. You don't have the courtesy, to at least let me know, hey, I apologize, I'm unable to appear. So not even that, guys. Not even that. You are trash for doing that. Okay, you are trash. See, I'm the wrong guy. I'm a New Yorker. I'm tough. Okay, so and I don't hide behind Twitter. I have a face, my YouTube channel. Okay, so that's the difference between me and you, is that people could come on me. They know who I am, the scoop. If I get a few wrong, I have a face. Okay, so enjoy your little life. Enjoy. What you did, and it's fine. It's okay. I'm having a good show. So that's what happened, guys. He ghosted me, and if he's gonna say no, I have DMs. I did send you that portion, right?
Yeah.
Anthony? So you saw how he said it's okay for me to promote him to come on.
Yep.
Am I right? Am I wrong?
You're right. I saw it.
So I sent to Anthony, and I sent to a few of my YouTube of fellows, and they both said more than two, a lot, said that was shady, that was wrong, that was messed up, classless, gutless. And it just speak, man. I hope your kids don't come out like you. And I'm gonna stop it right there because I'm gonna go on a New York rant. I'm gonna leave it right there. Uh, going going back to Justice League. I'm looking forward towards if there's Supergirl there. I'm looking forward towards if Ryan Reynolds, and that's my money. I think he's the Green Lantern. I think he's going to appear.
I think that would be so fire, man. That's yeah. I mean, obviously, you know, we all look to me. I mean, we could talk about the Green Lantern movie. You know, I
I kind of
actually
like it.
I actually liked the movie, and I think the story was not that good, and the villain was terrible. I mean, you know, that's I thought the villain, but other than that, if you're the Hal Jordan that I have read in the comic books, that was Ryan Reynolds. So yeah, I mean, everybody else would be you know, it would be loving to see Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, look, there's a comments that they want to see OG Steppenwolf, Darkseid, the time
Oh,
travel, the Atom
guys,
washing hand on her.
guys, we're gonna get the OG Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it. I pretty I mean Zach already said it anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
yeah, he already said it. And not only that, but Ryan Reynolds is a better actor now than he was when Green Lantern was released.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's more popular now. Obviously, you know what he did with Deadpool, so his popularity. So if Warner Brothers and AT&T are smart, they will utilize his popularity and they will do a Green Lantern movie with John Stewart. Um, Now, the question, the $1 million question is: do you believe, Anthony, that obviously if there's Justice League 2 or 3, we know Ben Affleck is going to do that. I mean, there is no way that Zach would agree to do Justice League 2 and 3 without his
Mm-hmm.
Batman.
Yeah.
So, assuming there is a Justice League 2 or 3, assuming there is, do you think we're gonna get the standalone Batman movie?
I think we'll get a standalone series on HBO Max. You know what I mean? I do. If he agrees to come back and do the rest of the finish out Zach's vision for Justice League, there's no way he's not gonna do something else. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be HBO Max, but I mean that's fine with me as long as we get more Ben Affleck as Batman, because he was, I think he was also, he was a better Bruce Wayne than he was a Batman. And so that's, as long as we get more, and I think we will, because I don't see him agreeing to finish Zach's vision and not getting to do whatever script that Jay Oliva read that was fire, that he said was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I discussed this a while back last year that uh that the format that I wanted to see, and don't be surprised if it happened. It looks like it's going that way. So let me give an example. So Justice League's end, and if you look at why I believe this, Deathstroke gave a clue. He put his bat single, his blade, original script, original idea.
Yeah.
So the original idea before all this happened was to have a standalone Batman movie with Deathstroke. Okay, so I believe what's going to happen is that, and you're gonna start seeing this go this way. You have a cinema movie, for example, let's say Batman versus Deathstroke, right? You're
Mhm.
gonna have that, and then have the series kick off on HBO Max. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So you have the Batman versus Deathstroke. At the end of the movie, they'll leave a what do you call it? After credit, a post credit to set it up a series on HBO Max. And I think that's kind of smart.
Hmm.
You play off if you HBO Max, you play off what's released on cinema.
Yeah.
You put the series on HBO Max, and then if you're gonna end it off, you end it off on back in cinema. I think that's the way to go. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I mean, if you're trying to maximize the dollar, that is the exact way to go, pretty much. I don't know if they're going to want to, you know, if they're going to want to do that, but if they're trying to make the money, you know, assuming the movie theaters open up at some point in the near future, uh, yeah, that would be. I mean, you besides, I mean, we understand why it's HBO Max is where we're going to see Zack Snyder's Justice League, but as far as anything moving forward after that, yes, I would love to see it on the big screen because you know that's just the way I like to experience movies for the first time. But you know, I'm with Zack Snyder's Justice League, I'll be in my living room in the comfortable confines and watching it on my TV. So, and I have no problem with that because we're actually getting it. So
Oh yeah, yeah. My opinion, I believe that Ben is back. I believe we are gonna get uh the Batman versus Deathstroke because it just makes sense financially. It makes
yeah.
sense financially, and not only that, guys, remember when Ben Affleck left, he left under a different regime. There was a lot of shady stuff going on back at
Mm-hmm.
that time, and not only that, Zach was not back. Ben is on record saying that he'll do anything for Zach. We have
Yep.
a new management, and I believe this is again me. I believe that HBO Max, Warner Media, and AT&T went to Ben and said, Ben, this is different. You know, do your Batman. We won't interfere. You tell the story of how you want it, how you want, and you can work accordingly with Zach. And I think we have a shot getting him back. I really and well, I don't say shot, but my person, I believe he's back. That's
Mhm.
just me. That's just me. So that would be something that would. Oh my God, you're talking about breaking the internet.
Yeah.
You're talking about breaking the internet. Ben Affleck returning back would be, oh my gosh. Now, besides Man of Steel 2, because us Superman fans, that's what we want.
Yeah.
Oh, I should say a third Superman movie because BVS, the Ultimate Edition, to me is a Superman movie.
Mhm.
So, but if you want strictly a Superman movie without no other DC characters, the main focus of Superman, where do you besides that? Where else you think Superman could appear?
Well, when you think about it, just initially what comes to mind would be him because of the little animated movie with the Shazam movie where he showed up to help you know Shazam fight Black Adam. That's like what first comes to mind just thinking about seeing him in a movie that's not his own. And also because I mean that whatever we got at the end of Shazam, you know what I mean? But I think that or mm, a movie that's not his own.
See
Ah,
the see the two movies that I would love him to appear is obvious the Black Adam movie,
mm-hmm.
and Aquaman 2 with Ben Affleck. I
Okay.
think I think that would be ideal of Superman. You know, make it either a cameo or co-starring will be Aquaman 2. I think there was a concept art on Aquaman 2 over the Atlantis that where there's the Ben Affleck's jet and Superman flying over. I think that would be so awesome, man.
Dude, seeing any of them, man, seeing any movie scenario where those were there's together again. That's fire. Like I honestly, I'd take any of it. I mean, obviously, as long as it's done, you know, right. But yeah, that's dude. Seeing Superman in Atlantis, you know, Batman down there having to use some type of breathing apparatus. It is, yeah, that'd be great, man.
Give me a second. I'm sending someone an email see if they want to join. Little surprise for you.
Akbar, what's good? Oh, he's gone. He said good night. I don't know
Yeah,
if he's still.
it's I think it's in India.
Oh, yeah. The hour difference. Oh, I remember that Atlantean invasion on the Australia concept art. Yeah, fire.
Yeah. All right, guys. I have a surprise for you guys. Joining us is none other than Ben Affleck himself. I'm just kidding. Bro, that would have that would oh my god, got me laughing out. um so what are your thoughts on Flashpoint?
Like the like the movie, the animated movie, or
No, what do you think we're gonna get a Flashpoint? The Michael Keaton rumors and all that stuff.
uh I mean, I like. I grew up with that as you know, Michael Keaton was Batman for me back in the day. Look, I just if they're gonna do like all these other infinite, timelines or whatever and things of that nature, because I mean, DC is known for having the infinite Earths and different realities. I'm fine with it to a certain extent, but I I hope they're not. I don't want them to make a movie and slap the name Flashpoint on it and it not be Flashpoint because there's no because you remember that they coming out and was talking about like there's not going to be an Atlantean and Amazon war like that's not Flashpoint then. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion of it. It's that you have to those elements like have to be there for me to consider it Flashpoint. So if you're gonna make a Flashpoint movie, fine, do it. I would love to see that in live action, but like I want to see that in live action because don't make it and put Flashpoint on it just to have people because you want people to watch it and it's not Flashpoint because there's a very significant thing to Flashpoint and it's that the Flash goes back in time to save his mom and then everything changes. So and I know there are some very different variations between the animated movie and the actual Flashpoint a storyline in the comics, but it still has that one thing that's still there is Barry goes back to save his mom, changes everything, and Thomas Wayne is Batman.
Right. I know they're saying that Flashpoint should be Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Um, Here's the thing. See the Ezra Miller appearing in CW Flash open up a whole different world.
Yeah.
So just because you don't see Jeffrey D. Morgan in Flashpoint does not mean we cannot get that. Because we already know that that world exists. Think about that, guys. Batman versus Superman already established that. Okay, so to me, he does not have to be in there if they wanted to do a Thomas Wayne, in that universe movie. Making Keaton appear, to me, establish. And from what I heard, they're going to try to do a Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton, and that will be awesome. To me, that would be awesome. I mean, the story that could be told on that world, to bring him back to reintroduce him to is to it's something that I'm looking forward to. What about you?
No, yeah. I mean, personally though, I I don't I would like to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne if it's not him. That just the whole Flashpoint thing in general, it just as long as they have like those key elements I just said earlier, like those key things that like whoever plays Thomas Wayne, but you have to have him in there as Batman. Those are just key things. That's just for me to like when if I'm seeing a live action movie, we'll say just more. Oh, okay. But yeah, but if they're gonna do it not just where he goes back on his own timeline, but he actually jumps to different ones, then that's fire, man. But that's just me. I still want the reason he does that is to save his mom, and I would like Thomas Wayne to be Batman. other than that, I mean, oh, and you know, I want the Atlantean and Amazonian war. But if that's on this Earth and he's on this Earth and he's hopping back and forth, I mean, that works for me. But just those key things have to be in it. Just just for my personal satisfaction. That might not be what the masses want, but that's what I would like to see in it.
And not only that, but you know, when I'm telling people, remember Michael Keaton is not playing Thomas Wayne. So it does not take away from
Yeah,
Jeffrey D. Morgan. It
yeah,
does not
mhm,
take away away from that. So this is a strictly Bruce Wayne, different Batman, Batman Beyond. So this is what I'm telling everybody. You know, don't get sad or don't give up the idea that someday we could get a Thomas Wayne Batman, because again we already know it exists. Just watch BBS the beginning, so that story could be told. This is different. So
mhm,
and again, the Flash, we could see that on the second Flash. You don't know. Now
mhm.
ideally, this is what I want. I want obvious Justice League 1 and 2 and 3, or 2, or whatever.
Yeah,
And then I want, because see, I think, this is my opinion. I don't think now Ben Affleck Batman is going to die in Zack Snyder arc, because he already told us, and I don't think Zack is going to make this the same movie that he already told us. He's going to change it up.
yeah,
I think, and this is what I would like to have when you finish. You know how we had Endgame
hmm,
on Marvel. Well, you could set everything up with Injustice.
yeah.
You could have two.
I
You see now, you could have Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, and Ben Affleck Batman appear in one movie. And how's the only way you could do that? By Injustice. Obvious Superman, you're gonna have Brandon Roth, who did the cinema, but those are the, I would like to see that happen, and maybe that part is where Ben Affleck Batman, whatever, if you want to retire him or whatever, but
mhm,
I would love to see that. What about you? Can you
yeah.
imagine a Justice movie?
Yeah, actually, I can't. I mean, I'm a big fan of that storyline is so fire to me. Like I love Injustice. You know, a lot of people don't like it because Superman's like whatever, but I love it. I love that entire both games. Got played both. They're sitting right over there, and also the comic books that went with it. You know what I'm saying? The companion stuff that they put out. Uh, to see that live action, dude, that's like our wild. That's my wildest dreams, because I'm just such a fan of it. You know what I mean? Just to see how that would play out on screen, to have somebody like actually like put that up for us to watch. Yeah, that'd be great.
Now,
I love Injustice, man.
the Truth 31. I'm gonna ask you a question, okay? Because he believes that Ben Affleck's not coming
Oh,
back.
you see? Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think we're getting Justice League 2 and 3? Just put yes or no. Do you think we're gonna get Justice League 2 and 3?
I hope so. Yeah, Injustice
Just,
would be.
just yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
man.
it's just because I want to see, your response. Just don't give me a long response. Just put the Truth 31. Do you believe we're gonna get Justice League 2 or 3? If you believe we're gonna get it, just say yes. I believe we get it, Justice League 2 and 3.
He said no. He doesn't think so.
I don't no. Okay. So if he's going under that assumption, then it makes sense why he would think that Ben Affleck's not coming back, because we're not getting Justice League 2 and 3 now.
Hmm.
If we get now the Truth 31, if we get Justice League 2 and 3, do you think Ben Affleck is coming back? Just yes or no?
Well, I don't think Zach would do him if he wasn't getting back his guy.
Because what he's saying is it's logical. I mean, it's logical sense. The only reason he's saying that Ben Affleck is not coming back, because we're not getting Justice League 2 or 3. So
Oh,
I
right.
want
Yeah, yeah.
I want to know the truth. If we are getting Justice League 2 and 3, do you think Ben Affleck is playing Batman? Yes or no?
He'd have to be.
And this is we now we're going to engage because we have about 35 minutes left. So we're going to engage with the chat now. So guys, hit it on now. Hit it on. So the Truth 31. I'm waiting for your response. If we get Justice League 2 or 3, will Ben Affleck pay that Batman? Yes or no? Ben's sacrifice wouldn't feel worth if he returned not dead. I agree. Back then, why would Jack set up stuff in Justice League if there wasn't a sequel? I agree. Do you, Hunter? I appreciate the respect. Just put Lewis. Just to save you time. Do you think we will get a Stormwatch or Wildcats in the Flash multiverse? I have no idea. I mean,
Yeah, that's right.
okay. So he said it depends on how successful Justice League is. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say no at this point. So the truth. So let me get this straight. If there's Justice League 2 or 3, as Zack agreed to do Justice League 2 or 3, why would he agree to do Justice 2 or 3 if his Batman's not there? Why? I mean, it does not make any sense. Zack already told her he's no longer compromising, and the studio's not going to compromise with him. So if he's no longer compromising, then why would he cast another Batman? It doesn't make sense.
No, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't do that. I mean, Zach basically told us yesterday that if he had to use somebody else's shoot, he would burn it and he would never show. He would never show it. So basically, he's telling us that if I'm doing Justice League 2 and 3, I'm doing it with my people, with his guys. So so I believe, and this is again, uh, this is why I believe that Ben Affleck would do his standalone movie, his one standalone movie, and he's doing it for the fans. So just think logically here. Don't overthink it here. If we're gonna have Justice League 2 and 3, and Zach already told us no more compromises, why would he then lie to us and then cast another Batman? That's already a compromise already. Doesn't doesn't make sense. Um, I also think instead of Anthony, can you read it
Yeah.
from Simon Says, please?
I also think instead of Flash bringing back the letter to Bruce, wouldn't it be cooler if he brings back Thomas Wayne to meet Bruce like CW? Uh, that that particular scene, I think it might maybe it would hit harder. I'm trying to think about it right now, but that particular thing is very perfectly done, so perfectly done in my mind that I don't know if I would change it. Like him giving the letter to Bruce from his father is that's some top-notch writing. And I don't know if I would change it. I don't know. It's like whenever I think of that scene, I'm like fire. Like it's such a good it's one of the best things I've ever seen in a comic book in my life. You know what I mean? Is the Flash bringing back Thomas Wayne's letter to him once he comes back, to the proper timeline. So I don't know if I'd change it. I mean, that might be cool. Maybe that might hit differently, but in my mind, the only thing I see with that is him giving Bruce the letter from his father, and then obviously the reaction that Bruce has to that. So yeah, it's
Hmm. The second one says Ben will definitely start in Justice League 2 or 3. If not, then JO's over. Why would Zack continue without Ben? I agree.
yeah.
There's there is no way. And already, Deathstroke already gave us indication that in Zack Snyder Justice League, Ben Affleck doesn't die. Batman doesn't die because again he put the end credit, his blade, the Batman symbol, and the original intent. So we already know that Batman doesn't die. So yeah, truth, the truth, the truth 31. Obviously you don't you make logic sense. If you don't think there's no Justice League 2 or 3, then obviously you don't think Ben Affleck is coming back. So that's logical. So I don't fault you for thinking that way. But things. I think Batman will still die JL3 because I still don't think he's doing too much more. Just his intended arc, which is solo movie. Yeah, that could also be true back then, or he could have it the way the Dark Knight Returns ends. He could make people think he died, he retired, just like Christopher Nolan. Christian Bale Batman. I just don't, I think I don't see Zack. Uh, Zack wants us to be surprised. So he already told us that his original intent was Batman was to sacrifice himself. So if he makes that movie, we already know the ending. You see what I'm saying? So I think it will probably will be different. Different. Maybe he may die. I don't know. But that's just me. But this is the fun part of doing shows, Anthony. That we all could speculate. We all could talk about it. We all could give our opinion. So there's no right or wrong here. You wanna take the next one, Anthony? The bad damn. Actually the last one. Yeah. What is it? Honestly.
Let's see. If we just get his solo film, Justice League from Batman 530. Honestly, if we get his solo film, Justice League 2 and 3, and a Flashpoint cameo for the letter reading scene, then I am fine with never seeing Batfleck again. I mean, look, he's already had an iconic run, and that's just not, you know what I mean, in BVS. I think, I'd be extremely sad if we never saw him again as Batman. But if he comes back, does a solo movie, finishes Zack's vision for Justice League, and then just rides off into the sunset, I'm cool, man. I'll say I appreciate all you've done for us, and I'd be fine with that. Because he's, if like you said, if he comes back, it's for the fans because for Zack and for the fans. And you know what I'm saying? Even if it might not be what he really, really wants to do, I think if he does come back, it's going to be mostly for Zack and for the fans. So, if he does those movies and rides out, I'm cool, man. I'm good.
I think to me, well, next year, think about this. We're gonna have more scene, I believe, more scene in the air cut. You're gonna see more Batman in the air cut,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna see Zack Snyder's Justice League next year. So that's already two new Batman stuff. But aside from that, what I would like to see, Ben Affleck. Obviously, we get Justice League 2 or 3, or even Justice League 2 if they want to just do one more with Ben Affleck. But let's just assume Justice League 2 or 3, 2 and 3. That's 2 appearances. His solo movie. That's 3. Cameo in the Flash. That's 4. Cameo in Aquaman. That's 5. And then you could have one more maybe in Gotham City Siren or the Suicide Squad. Something that sets up that world where a cameo there. I think that would be awesome. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah. Well, dude, if we get that, come on, man. That's like I said, that's some like big wildest dreams type of stuff, man. Just to that's it's
Guys, and the only reason I'm saying that is because if you remember, Ben Affleck said that he enjoyed playing Batman under
oh
Zack
yeah,
Snyder. He enjoyed it. He loved it. And he wanted to do more Batman because of the time that he had. Everything went away once Zack left, and it was not enjoyable to him. So that was the reason why he stepped away. So if he enjoys it, um, then I could see him doing endless. Not only that, but money talks too as well. You just
yeah.
you just don't know. But um, what are you looking for in today's event? I mean, Justice Con, obviously, it's the second day. I know we have Fabian who's going to be speaking. What are you most looking for towards today's event in Justice Con?
Uh, actually, as excited as I was for yesterday, today is like today. on there, it had me a bit more excited. And that's and it might sound weird because we had Zack and Ray and them, but today, I mean, besides you got you Fabian and Clay and Christine coming on, but like after that, it's us. It's straight content creators, the artists, the journalists. It's people that do what we do to a certain extent, and that's they're getting their like even with the Snyder's Amazons, which that's the one for me today. Like no matter what happens, I will be there for that one. But even with them, they have YouTube channels. They this is after once we get past Clay and them, then you get it's all just people who use their platforms to do whatever. Like I said, journalists, YouTubers, just content creation in general. That's today had me a bit more excited than yesterday. Like looking at Justice Con, even just a week ago, I was like, but Sunday is going to be fire because there's going to be like people who actually kind of do what I do, getting to jump on here and show their to show put their ideas and their opinions out there. So today I'm looking forward to all of it. I mean, but more important, and also Sean O'Connell's at the end too, talking about that book. I am very curious to know what he has in store for us with that Release the Snyder Cut book.
Right. What he said that Zack Snyder used a name. He says that he saw two or three people give the correct answer.
Yeah,
What
I, I
what
don't
what
I
what do
don't
you think it is?
you know what? I don't know now because anything I thought of at the time, somebody already asked him, and he's like, "Nah, that's not it." Not a. I mean, not that things, but I mean, he said he used the word to describe his continuity, and it's going to blow our minds. I don't know. Crisis. I don't know, man.
Well,
It's
what was do you saw so many answers there? Then when were you able to see so many answers that
well,
people gave?
there. I mean, well, Crisis was one of them. Flashpoint. It was. I'm trying to think now. I can't. I'd have to try to
Did
find his.
you see? And I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking. Because I couldn't keep up. Was Zack Snyder DCEU mentioned?
No, I don't think I saw that.
Okay, so because if he didn't, because he said it was that he saw two or three people
That
resurrection.
yeah, that I saw that one. I saw.
Wa-
Um,
was that given? Because he said that he saw the answer a couple of times. So was resurrection given more than one time? Snyder nudity?
that I'm not sure of.
No, no. I saw Snyder nudity a couple of times. Um, I saw that on there. Zebrafit, give me send me a DM. Send me a DM, please. And send me your email. I'm gonna send you an invite. So you could join us for the last 20 minutes. Why don't you do that? I
But
wanna
yeah,
put.
I have look. I anything that I could have guessed, somebody already did, and then they put it in. He just said, "No, that's not." He would say that's not it. So that I have I don't know. I don't know with that, but maybe he'll share it with us tonight. Hopefully he does, because that's so. I mean, what are you looking forward to today? Because it's I mean, like I said, man, it's a lot of content creators on today.
Yeah, man. For those people that think just having a YouTube channel is easy, it's hard. It really is really hard. Zeever.
Zero
Send
fat.
me, yeah, send me your email address so you can hop on, so I can send you an invite. But it's hard doing, when doing this YouTube channel. That's why I'm impressed by Chris Swan and Dave Pena and those people that does stuff every day. Obviously, they have a platform, they have their channel already built up. But it for them to do that every single day, it takes dedication. It really does. So it's not hard. Like for me and you to sit here do a talk show, or or content that's 2 hours just us just talking. and at least with my show, that's why I had special guests so I could interview them. So it's not easy. So you're right, man. You know, this is the fun part. Seeing other other fellow YouTube channels, see them put the show together and just talk, and this is a fun time to have um, uh, the the best talk. It's the perfect time because we could discuss rumors, we could discuss what we want to see and so forth. So there he goes. Okay, so I'm gonna send. Hold on, give me a second. Anthony, as I send this invite, why don't you engage with the fans?
Okay. The True 31. Jay Oliva has stated Ben's script was the best. Look, Jay Oliva's panel was fire yesterday. Matter of fact, the one question that they got to ask him from the questions that were submitted was mine, which is I'm so honored. Thank you, Queens, again for that. But that was something I wanted answered for the longest time. There's two questions in the fandom as far as like these movies go in comic books that I would love to hear the creators asked. And I asked, my question was, what was the process of taking the graphic novel, the Dark Knight Returns, and transforming it into an animated movie? And he just went on about it for like 20 minutes or something, and he got really excited. So yeah, that's that's Jay. He was awesome yesterday. Yeah. I love Jay's excitements. Yeah, Jay was fire. Ben Affleck, let's see. Jay Oliva has stated. Oh, look, Simon says Ben Affleck's Batman script was an Arkham Asylum story meets the martial arts film, The Great Raid Redemption, Batman being trapped in the prison. That would be fire. I would. That yeah. Jay has always said that Ben Affleck's the script he had for his solo Batman film was just straight fire. So, Snyder Unity. Yeah, so that's the other thing I'll say that I would love to ask is we were talking about Larry Fong yesterday, man. You messaged me about him, and so I would love to ask him and Zack like the process of creating the opening to Watchmen, that intro. I mean, if you've been watching me for any amount of time, you know that I love that. Like it's I ridiculously love that intro to that movie, and so I just want to know how that process. But it was good hearing Jay answer that question for me yesterday. That how that came about of taking this book and turning it into this 2-part animated series. So yeah.
All right, so I just send a surprise guest.
I love Jay's excitement. Yes. Yeah, Jay was fired yesterday, man. He was his attitude and everything, and that just it was great. I really legitimately could have listened to him talk about this stuff forever. It was good. It was good. Look, yesterday I didn't see a bad panel at all. I had zero problem with it, and I'm this is rather heartbreaking. What I'm just now seeing this here is so
Hey,
Meg,
hey Anthony, I'm gonna bring you. He's not gonna be. I'm gonna now refer him to the Godfather of
okay.
the Crisis on Infinity Stream. Himself, Mr. Andre the Giant. Oh, no.
What's good, Nicotina?
What's going on, man?
Nah, I'm chilling, man. You get you some rest? Did you get you some rest?
I did. I did get some rest. It's funny because my wife put up a new clock next to my on my nightstand, right? And I was like, "What's this?" And she's like, "Oh, I got it at the store, whatever." So I fell asleep, right? And I look over and it says, that it's like, I don't know, 4:30, right? So and 4:30 on the East Coast time is like 7:30. So and so I'm like, oh man. So then I'm like, well, let me just tune in so I can see how everything's going. I clearly overslept. And come to find out, the damn clock is an hour back. So it's actually on my time, it was actually 5:30. So I was like, because who was it? Lewis was like, yeah. He was talking to Ryan. He's like, hey, he's all, if you give me your email, I'll send you the link. You can come on for the last 15 minutes or last 20 minutes. I was like, wait, what? And that's when I realized, like, oh my God, it's the wrong time. I gotta get up.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Get you some. You when I saw y'all on there, look, yesterday morning when you were actually on doing the initial panel, I was at the gym, dude. I was watching y'all while I was working out. You wanted me to hop on, yeah. And I was like, oh man, I don't want to. I'm sweaty and disgusting right now. So, but yeah, man, it's this thing you put together is amazing, and I've enjoyed it. I watched everything yesterday, like TV. My phone had y'all on, computer, laptop, just ridiculous, man.
Yeah, no. So far, it's been a lot of fun, and the event has been amazing. And the fact that it's included so many fans, and that they've found a way to include the fans in all of the discussions and questions. It's just been a total fan event, and the girls have done such a great job.
What's good?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I gotta go now.
Yeah.
What's up, Ryan? What's going on, bro?
Man, it's freaking early. I woke up earlier and I started watching you guys talking about Texas and all that, and then I was like, I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta go.
It's all good, man. Hey, y'all.
It caught my attention because I'm in Texas, so I was like, all right, sweet.
I guess we're the lucky ones because we're on the East Coast and like as good as the time frame of of Justice Con. So like, much respect, dude. Because yesterday morning, I was like, "Yo, Nicotina looks he's looking a little tired." Like
he was drinking Red Bulls, Rock Stars, Monsters nonstop
all day long,
and Coors Light.
Yeah, and then it turned to beer later on. I was like, oh, forget it. Well, yesterday's show, when I did it, here, on the West Coast, it was like 4 a.m. when I started, right? But that was my decision, and I wanted to kickstart the whole thing anyway. So I figured, hey, whatever time I have to go on, I'm gonna go on. But I had a really good time. It sucks that I look so tired.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, not in the morning, like midday. Once it got to be like on Fatal J, like I could.
Yeah.
You should have seen Zod, right? We were watching the stream and he started falling asleep.
Yeah, so like we were doing a private stream, just watching the panel, and we're like, yeah, whatever, hanging out. And we look over, and he's just like.
He's just knocked out like
I was like,
I was pointing to Sil. I was like, look up, because he was above Sil.
My daughter sent me a text like around 6:45, 7 o'clock. Hey, can you go to the garage or go to the room? I'm trying to go to sleep. And the way my setup is right here is my bedroom here. And shout out to my wife who's
they're troopers for the past couple of
days. Yeah,
days.
they're troopers.
Yeah.
I definitely I gotta do something for them because I don't do my shows at 7 a.m. I usually do it at 12. Obviously, this is different. This is and like I gave you kudos, Andre, for putting this together. I now officially nickname you the Godfather of the Crisis Infinity streams.
Well, thank you.
I'll give you a crisis you can't refuse.
Kudos to the girls. I mean, for them,
definitely.
I mean, they're not professionals. They're not professionals.
Yeah, this is their first time.
This is their first time, and to me, I know everybody was the talk was Zack Snyder didn't bring the trailer. Said, listen, even if he didn't bring that clip, think what they gave us: Zack Snyder, Jay Oliva, Ray Porter, Ray Fisher.
Yeah.
What more does the fan want? I mean, seriously. I mean, selfishly reason, yes. I wanted a trailer, absolutely.
Yep.
But I didn't need a trailer for me to enjoy yesterday. Yesterday was tremendous by the ladies. If you ladies watching, kudos to you. It really, I mean, to put this event together and the way it came out, so organized. Little glitches there and there, which is gonna happen. I mean, if it happens to us, on our channel that we only doing 1 or 2 invites. Can you imagine that? You guys did a tremendous job. I'm proud of you guys. I mean,
it was funny when that Ink to the People guy got on Zack's interview, just kind of popped on. He was in the wrong one. That was funny.
We actually talked about that on Dave's show because I was on there and the girls were on there and a bunch of other people were on there too, and it was a great panel. And I brought that up. I was like, yeah, well, you know, it was kind of crazy. It was when Todd all of a sudden showed up on Zack's panel. She was like, oh my god! So apparently it was an accident that he hopped on there, and that's why he didn't say anything because he was like, wait, what? What's going on?
Yeah, because at first I was like.
Link.
I was like, oh, you know, when I saw the box pop up before he, revealed himself, I thought it was one of the cast. I was like, oh, snap, and then it turned out to be him. I was like, oh, he got the wrong link.
Yeah.
Well, and plus, who was it? Nanny was saying that. She's like, yeah. She goes, I don't even think he realized like how many people were watching at that time because he was just like, huh? What? And then he laughed like, oh, that was weird.
It was like 17,000 people at that time watching that stream, and he just popped in. But yeah, shouts out to them. That I don't know. I couldn't say thank you enough for them. And it's to what you were just saying, Lewis. It's I'm looking at Twitter this morning, and it's them having to explain themselves to people who are unappreciative, I guess you can use that word, about what they've done. I don't know. It's kind of heartbreaking, but yeah, much love. I've told them thank you a gazillion trillion times. So I don't. I'm sure they know I'm thankful. But yeah, this is who can do this. Who imagine this happening? Like I told Meg actually, legitimately, I said, imagine this because she came on my show last year, like a year ago. When there was nothing, and we talked for a couple hours or whatever, yeah, she I said, did you ever imagine that a year later that this would be happening, that you'd be talking to Ray Fisher and watching while he
was unloading.
Yes.
Oh man. I mean, I'm sorry, but if they had not said anything, I'm sure we would have gotten so much more juicy information. Like it was, you want to casually come in and say something, or you're like, yeah, right on, keep going. He would have kept going. I was like, man,
I purposely did not watch that segment because when I want to watch that, I want to watch it, not having to focus on what's next. I want to be able to watch it over again because that was a segment that I was most looking for.
Yeah.
With Ray Fisher. So I purposely did not watch that. So I'm gonna, after today, I'm gonna watch it probably tomorrow or Tuesday, just alone, and just absorb all the information that he's given because he's risking his career. He's really risking his career.
He doesn't care.
Right, so he's putting, and he's not Ben Affleck. He's not these established actors that get royalty. He's risking his career, and kudos to him. He's putting his money where his mouth is at. So and I don't, I know when he first came out, I got hit up. I was told that a prominent female character from Justice League was eventually going to speak. I'm going crazy to find out who that is. There's only 4 that I can think of that was prominent in Justice League, which was Amy Adams, obviously Gakuda, Diane Keaton, and Connie Nielsen. Those are the 4 that I know that are prominent. I mean, are there any others that you guys could think of?
Brian, you go.
No, he named all of them that are have considerable roles in the film. But yeah, I would have. I don't know.
I mean, I would assume it's Gal because she's the one that everybody's talking about.
Well, there was that one scene where they had Ezra on, or should have been on top of Gal, but Gal said, "No, I'm not about that." So that might have been the one that they're talking about, because she wasn't down to do that retarded scene.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it didn't, and like I told people, if you look at Zack Snyder Wonder Woman, if you look at Joss Whedon Wonder Woman, Zack Snyder Wonder Woman demonstrates strength, courage, God, and authority, power. and in Justice League represents someone sexual. I mean, really, seriously.
It was like she had that rub down scene with Bruce, you know.
Oh, yeah,
that was so weird. It was like, let me put this shawl on.
Yeah,
and
the little
in.
sash on, and
like, look at me. And she's never worn that. You've never seen it before. It's just all of a sudden, it's just like, let me clip this on, and he's in some weird suit like that we haven't seen before either.
I don't know what that was. It was like, I guess it's what he wears underneath like the top layer of his suit, which I was like, I didn't need to see that. Like, it just made it more awkward because I'm like,
yeah, I mean,
is that
in
the
BVS,
suit? I don't
got
get
naked
it.
Ben. We don't need Ben in some kind of pajamas.
Yeah,
padded pajamas. And that's the thing too, is that like, it's like, if that's what the padding really is what we saw in that, on that whatever he was wearing, then it's like, obviously, I mean, is that going to make a difference when you're fighting against like, Doomsday or some kind of creature? No, it just looks like soft padding. Like, oh yeah,
yeah.
That's a game changer right there.
Quick question for you, Ryan and Andre. What did you learn yesterday?
What did I learn yesterday? Well, I learned that he shot pretty much the entire movie.
Yeah,
he said he shot his long version, of the movie, and then he had to go back and shoot their version. Yeah, he said now here's the thing though. He said that he went and he shot the long version of the movie, but then he said he had to go back and shoot the other part of the movie that the studio wanted. So it's kind of saying but in the past he's always said, I never shot the real scary stuff. So I'm not sure, if he even shot that yet. So we'll see. Time will definitely tell.
Yeah.
What about you, Ryan? What did you learn? Is there anything in particular you learned yesterday? Besides Zack Snyder said that he'd rather blow up his movie than to use somebody else.
He burned it down.
Fire. Dude, Zack was spitting.
I learned that he's not going to tell you a damn thing about Green Lantern. That's what I learned.
Hey, Lewis, check your DM. Check your DM.
Well, hey guys, I gotta check out. I got the 4 nerds waiting on me.
Okay, cool, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
Okay, is that you want me to send that person an invite? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. That's Dawson. He's the host of the next show. And then he'll come in, and then we'll both are going to cut out pretty soon because we're almost at the top of the hour. And then that's when the next show is going to start, which is going to be on Nerdy Many Ways channel. It's the 4 nerds with myself. And we have a whole slew of guests that we're going to have on as well. It's going to be a really good show. And guys, thank you so much for just kicking off Sunday's event. I know that there's so much happened yesterday. So, I mean, there's obviously lots to talk about.
Yeah.
But did we all want a longer clip? Of course we did. I mean, honestly, if you would ask us, I mean, we wanted the whole damn movie, but no, it's not going to happen. So, I mean, obviously, our expectations were super high, but still, I'm really happy with what we did get, because watching it over and over again, that black suit Superman looks so beautiful.
Oh, it pops, dude! It's fire.
And like his cape and everything. No, it looks so incredible. And
the choice to make the cape gray like that, charcoal was, dude. I'm good. I'm good.
Nikita, tell everyone what to expect in your show, and I already sent them an invite.
Okay. So coming up on the show, we're going to be joined again by Robert Meyer Burnett. He was there yesterday. He's a great guy. He's got lots of insight into the movie making business as well, and he has his own show as well. So he's got a lot of. Sorry, I'm just waking up right now. So he's a really cool guy, and you guys should really check it out. There's Film Gob. I'm late. What's up, Film Gob? And we're also going to have Scott Fowler's going to be on there, and we have a few other guests too, and we're going to have a special guest as well.
Guys, I already know it's Ben Affleck. You want to tune in?
Yeah, no, it's Christopher Nolan.
Oh Lord! It could be the guy. You just don't know who might show up in the Nikita show. It could be Henry Cavill. You just don't know. You just don't know. Just don't know.
All right, you guys. So we're just about at the top of the hour. I will see you guys. I'll see you guys later because I'm gonna head over to the other channel. And thank you so much for starting this off, and thank you so much for being a part of the event. You guys kicked ass, and yeah, I can't wait till today to see Fabian Wagner, say Clay Enos. It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, okay. It is, man. I appreciate you having me.
All right, you guys. I'll see you later.
And we're gonna wrap it up in just a few. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys.
All right. See you guys later.
All right, man.
All right, man. So, guys, it's almost we're gonna wrap it up. Please, after this show, go join the Nadakia show. Another dude who did a tremendous
job.
Yeah, tremendous job. Anthony, I want to thank you for joining me. It was a fun 2 hours. Everything worked out perfectly. Minus the Danny RPK. But I think we did an awesome job. Everyone, I want to thank you if you can. Before I let you go, Anthony, plug in your channel, please.
Oh yeah. I'm on YouTube. Just search the ACS Universe, social media, Instagram, Twitter, Vero at 2279ACS. And yeah, man, I've enjoyed it. Appreciate you having me on, man. I've had a blast, man. I'm getting ready for another long day of panels and listening to people talk on YouTube about it. So yeah, appreciate it, man.
No problem. And guys, if you want to, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please hit the notification. You can catch me on Twitter as well. So you follow me on Twitter. I'm planning. I definitely have a show on August 22nd. Hopefully, I'm back working. Back then as I get better. But I have 2 Fox News reporters going to be joining me to help cover the DC Fandom event. I'm going to be promoting that, and I'm working on a special guest, someone who worked on the BVS. Hopefully, he'll be able to join me that day. So I greatly appreciate it, guys. Enjoy the festivities. Please head over to the Nitty Kidder show. Anthony, we definitely got to do this again, okay?
Yeah, we will.
All right, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate you guys. Love you guys all.
All right, man.
All right, man.